Hi everyone, welcome to Thursday, and today we're going to take a look at Rua Gold. They're a new IPO on the New Zealand stock market, only listed last week, so pretty keen to see what you think of it. Now, before I jump across and share my screen, just remember that this is for educational purposes only, definitely not intended to be personalised financial advice. If you're looking for that, then you do need to have a chat to your own financial advisor. Right, let's take a look at Rua Gold. So as you can see here, I've got Rua Gold up on the screen, and it's only traded for the last 4 days. It's only a completely new listing to the New Zealand share market. Now, someone was asking me recently, how can you find out about IPOs, initial public offerings? The best place to do that, in my opinion, is to sign up to the NZX newsletter. They have a regular newsletter out, and they will certainly let you know if there's any initial public offerings available. Now, Rua Gold listed on Tuesday, and this is the candle here that you can see. And when I hover on it, you can see that it opened at $1.95. It had a high of $2.03, a low of $1.89, and that's in fact where it closed. Now, something that a lot of people don't realise is so often, in fact, more often than not, when a share initially lists on the stock exchange, it usually closes below where it opened for on listing day. That is quite common. What you quite often get is people taking a view that that share will rally, and they will sell their shares on the listing day that it lists on the stock market. It's actually called stagging is the term for that. A little bit random, but that is really common that you can see with IPOs. Tuesday, you can see here there was continued sell-off, and in fact, you can see that it opened at $1.90, so it opened a cent higher than where it closed on Tuesday. It had a low of $1.71, and that's where it closed. Then Thursday, we had a little bit more of a positive candle, but you can see that there's that really strong wick. So even though it opened at $1.75, it had a high of $1.94, and it closed back at $1.80. Then on Friday, we did see a little bit more buying coming in, which is really encouraging. And it closed on Friday at $1.95. It has just reached the price of where it initially listed at. So it will be interesting to see what does happen with Rua Gold going forward. I know there's always a lot of hype around initial public offerings, and the thing that you do have to really keep in mind is I talk about it a lot, and that's making sure that you use your stop losses. And initial public offerings are really a good case in point because very few shares go on to rally. Now, this is exposed obviously to gold, which is great. Gold has been having a tremendous run over this last sort of 12 months. But the thing is it will be a volatile stock. So you do need to make sure that you know where your exit point is. So a little bit interesting there with Rua Gold. No point in putting any moving averages on. It's only had 4 days of trading. So there's not too much more to really share with you with that stock. Now, hey, this is the last video for a couple of weeks. We're taking a little bit of a break, which is great. Looking forward to that. However, if you're wanting to get started in investing and you're really not sure where to go, I have got available a 5-part Learning to Invest series. It's a very good place to start. It talks about all the basics to do with investing. We talk about managed funds. We talk about exchange traded funds or ETFs. We even give you a simulated share trading game that you can participate in and have absolutely no risk involved, which is really cool. I've really loved putting it together. I would love for you to go and try it or share it with someone who is wanting to get started in investing, but perhaps thinks that it's too hard, too complicated. And throughout this course, I will be available. So just send me a message, send me an email, that sort of thing, and I'm happy to help out and make sure that you are learning the right tips and tricks and things. So anyway, like normal though, if there are any shares that you would like me to review or any questions you've got regarding share trading, share investing, definitely put them in the comments, definitely reach out to me and I will make a note of them and we will start doing them again when I get back in a couple of weeks. So until then, take care.